Cannon and Sharon, thank you for joining us on News One Now. Did both of you see the dash cam video yesterday?
No, I was the only person to see the video.
Cannon, could you please describe for our viewers how you interpreted what you saw on that dash cam video?
Well, I would part ways a little bit in the sense that I appreciate that people can see different things, but I think there are certain things that are steadfast in what's on that video. The video shows that the officer approaches Sandy from the passenger side, gets her license and registration, goes back to his car roughly a couple, 3 or 4 minutes later, re-approaches her on the driver's side, asks her if there's something wrong with her, and she responds to that question by saying, yeah, I mean, you stopped me. I was trying to get out of your way, but you were coming up on me, and I moved out of your way, and then you pulled me over. The officer is irritated by the fact that after he asks her to put her cigarette out, please, she says, I don't feel like I put my cigarette out. This is my car, and I'm in my car. And that's at the point. At that point, he asks her to get out of the car. He opens her door, and again, I have a real difficult time understanding why it is that she had to get out of her car. It's not unlawful to not to speak nice to the police.
Now, he tried to open her car door, and then at that point, you said he also pulled his taser out?
Well, what happened was that after he opened the car door, and she had said that she didn't want to get out of the car, she reached for her cell phone to tape what all was transpiring. And at that point, he stepped back, pulled out his taser, and then she complied pursuant to that.
Is there any part of this video that shows her striking the state trooper?
I saw nothing on the video that shows her making contact with the officer.
Sharon, this has obviously been difficult for so many of the family members. And the last time family talked to Sandy was exactly when?
The last time we spoke with her was on Saturday, July 11th. She spoke with my older sister at about 1:50 in the afternoon to basically give us a debrief on the fact that she had been taken into custody for what she felt was truly an illegal lane change situation. She shared with us that she was concerned about the nature of why she was pulled in. It had not been shared with her what she was being charged with until just before she called us, and she made it clear to us that her bond had been set at $5,000. She needed $500, which we were working expeditiously to receive, and that was the very last time that we heard anything from her.
Cannon, the Harris County conducted the autopsy on Sandy. They said that she died by asphyxiation. The family had an independent autopsy conducted yesterday, correct?
That's right, yesterday.
And that was done by who did that?
Well, we'll let that come out at a later time.
Was it done in Houston or Dallas?
It was done in Houston.
Okay, and how soon will you get results of that?
I hope to hear some preliminary information on that autopsy in the next 72 hours or so. The actual report itself won't be ready for several weeks.
Senator Ellis, what are the next steps? What happens next there in Texas?
Well, first of all, I want to give my condolences to the family. I'm glad that they've gotten an attorney, because I think by having your own lawyer, a lot of probative questions that you won't ask will be asked that way. The Department of Justice is looking at it. Obviously, they're working hand in hand with the local law enforcement authorities. I think that this case ought to get a tremendous amount of scrutiny. I saw a lot of issues that troubled me in terms of the way I think the officers should have de-escalated the situation. You know, look, I'd be upset. I can think of 3 groups of people on a regular basis that probably don't turn blinkers on when they're changing lanes on a street. Politicians, the press, and students. Although she was not a student, she just got out of school. And that's troubling. I mean, I think it should have been de-escalated. And then that jail. Look, issues like setting bond. I mean, for a fairly minor issue, it was not a high bond that was set, since he charged her with resisting arrest or whatever the issue was with the police officer. But look, she should have been able to just get out on a personal recognizance bond.
Right.
Was an attorney given to her early on. I mean, issues like that. You get stopped on a Friday evening at 4:30. You ought not be stuck in a jail over the weekend. And I think the government ought to give you the resources to make sure you're represented.
Final comments, Sharon and Cannon. I got about 45 seconds.
Just thank you to the world for the overwhelming support, love, and encouragement that we've received regarding this case. We absolutely love Sandra Bland, Sandy B, as you know her, Sandy Speaks, and just keep having the conversation. It has been a tremendous support to my family and I, extremely.
And every hashtag and every email that they receive, it helps to keep this alive, and it helps to provide us an opportunity and a platform to continue to investigate mistakes.
Sharon, real quick, I do have to ask you this. When it comes to Sigma Gamma Rho, there was a press release saying they didn't want people sending out tweets using hashtags involved in protests. Can you please clarify that?
I am happy, Roland, to clarify that. I have had a conversation with the National Grand Basilisk, and we have taken care of that. We're asking that everybody continue to support the family, and they are aware of that.
And use tweets and hashtags and all of that. So
Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook,
Got
all
it.
of it.
All right, Sharon Cooper, Kenan Lambert, State Senator Rodney Ellis, I certainly appreciate it. Thank you so very much.